To be regarded as appealing, you must dress well. Now to get there, you just have to learn the 6 men's fashion rules every man should know and use that as your guide. Now your only goal is to listen and understand them. You will build on top of this foundation, but the promise is you'll never dress bad again. Starting with number 1, dress for your body shape. Learning to dress for your body shape is the easiest way to start dressing better. The big problem here is that most of you don't know what your body shape is or even how to dress for the shape. So I simplified the process for you. We're gonna break it down into 2 easy steps. First, I'm gonna show you how to figure out what your body shape is, and then I'm gonna show you what you should be wearing for your body shape. Let's start with finding your body shape. Now, there are 4 essential body shapes. You have your V, your O, your X, and your I. V and I are the ideal shapes and the easiest ones to dress for. Now, to actually figure out what shape you are, you will need a body shape calculator. They will require 4 measurements that are simple to do from the comfort of your home. If you don't have a tape measure, you can do a quick hack where you can grab any cable around the house and then use that to measure yourself, extend it, and then use a regular tape measure to see the actual distance. You will start by measuring your shoulders. You want to measure from seam to get an accurate number. Then you will measure your chest. To get this correctly, you want to put the measuring tape right under your armpits and around your back. Then you're going to measure your waist. This is about 1 inch below your belly button, and again, it'll be completely around your waist. And finally, your hips, which is usually the thickest area of your rear end that you're measuring. You're going to grab all 4 measurements and plug them into this calculator, and boom, there you have it. Let's move on to the second part. Now you know what shape you are, let me show you what you should be dressing. If you're a V shape like myself, you probably have a nice physique where your shoulders are nicely developed and your chest as well, with a thinner waist. This means that you have that ideal physique where you want to stick to wearing clothes that's fitted and simple. In other words, you don't want baggy stuff or heavily branded stuff that's gonna clutter you visually and distract people from your physique. Stick to tailored stuff that's simple. Now, if you're an O shape, this means that your midsection is overdeveloped and bigger than your shoulders and your hips. To balance this out, one of the best tips you can do is wear darker colors that give you a slimming effect. Also, for the fit of your clothes, it should always be fitted and never slim or tight. Because you are overweight, when your clothes is too tight, there will be pulling and stretching that will over magnify your problem areas. So stick to clothing that's more straight cut and fitted. If you're an X shape, it means that your shoulders and your hips are around the same size and your waist is thin. Now for these guys that have big hips, it's tough to find because it'll be difficult to find pants that actually fit right without them looking skin tight on you. This is why for these guys, the best style to pull off is oversized clothing. It's a more comfortable approach. It's also extremely popular and it'll sit nicer on your wider hip. And finally, if you're the I frame, you're essentially a skinny rectangle, which is the ideal model frame. This is particularly good because every manufacturer, especially high-end designers, design for this frame in mind, so almost everything you throw on will look good. Let's move on to the next thing. You will fix 90% of your style problems with a good tailor. See, a good tailor will understand everything that I just talked to you about and then adjust the clothing to fit your body shape. The trick is finding a good tailor, so I'll show you what I do. I basically trick every new tailor I test. So to do this, you're gonna go on Google and look for the best tailors around you. Find the ones with the highest reviews. Then you're gonna take a pair of pants and ask them for a simple hem. This is when you bring your pants up to shorten the length of them. When you receive them, if they hem the pants to a point that the hem looks natural, almost as if it was never touched, you have yourself an experienced tailor. Now, cheap tailors, what they'll do is do something called a fake hem, where you can visibly tell that they've hemmed the pants. It doesn't look natural anymore. That's a bad tailor. Now that you've gotten your good tailor, there are 3 adjustments you want to do to all your clothing. First one is hemming. You want to shorten your pants if they're too long. Even if you're a guy that likes oversized clothing, the most you should go for is 1 full break. Any more stacking and you risk looking shorter visually. The second one is shirt darts. All my dress shirts have darts in the back that give the illusion of that perfect V by taking in excess fabric in the midsection. It essentially makes you look like you have the ideal physique. And finally, it's your waist. For me, buying pants that fit your thighs is difficult. So you have to find pants that aren't skin tight, and then your waist, you can just get it tailored so they fit perfectly on your body. The general rule of thumb for the waistline is that it should fit so good, you don't even need to wear a belt. 3, you need to learn how to match your shoe. Pairing the right shoe to your fit is essential to dressing well. When you wear the wrong shoes with certain pants, you just end up making your outfit look a bit confused. Now, there's 2 general rules you want to follow. The first one is that you want to match the visual weight of the shoe to the visual weight of the pant. See, if the pant is nicely tailored and slim, a slimmer profile sneaker like these from Thursday Boot will pair perfectly with the pants. Now, I've been working with Thursday Boots for years now, and this specific pair I can't seem to take off. It's part of their new premium sneaker collection, and this contrast between the gum sole and the white upper, it's a great way to stand out from your basic all-white sneaker. Now, on the flip side, if your pants are looser, wider, a bit heavier visually, you will want to pair that with a chunkier and heavy shoe to create that balance. You do not want to mix these up because, as you can see here, visually, it doesn't sit well when there isn't balance. You have to remember, your brain loves balance and symmetry. It's a cognitive phenomenon called symmetry impulse. So visually, when it comes to your shoes, you want to create that balance and symmetry. The next rule for footwear is that you want to base it on the event you're going for and your age. Anytime you go for a formal event, the shoes should always be leather shoes. If you're younger, under 30, you should be using something like a loafer. If you're older, you should be using something like a leather lace-up. Now, let's say you're doing something more casual, like a laid-back date. Here, sneakers are appropriate. If you're younger, Nikes, Adidas, these are a great option. If you're older, you want something a little bit more refined, more sophisticated. This is where an all-white sneaker comes into play. And these new ones that I picked up with the gum sole that I can't stop wearing, I promise you, you won't be able to stop wearing either because the silhouette is so refined, it looks elevated, but they're comfortable. You're wearing sneakers, and here's the best part. You know Thursday delivers the best quality. It's unmatched. These sneakers are only $129. You will not find better quality, better design at that price point. So if you want good-looking sneakers that are easy to pair with anything you have, I'm gonna have them linked down below. These new ones, they're definitely a pickup. Look, so far, I've shown you how to dress for your body type, find a good tailor, and find the right shoes for your outfit. But these next three that I still have left in this video are expert-level advice that will have you dressing better instantly. For example, let's move on to number 4. You have to learn how to match color. Look, understanding color theory is a little complicated, actually too complicated, but you have to learn how to use colors if you want to avoid your outfits looking boring or bland. So I've simplified color theory and I've made it easy where you only need to follow 3 steps to mix and match whatever color you want, even if you don't understand anything about color matching. The first rule is what I call safe mode. You want to wear monochromatic outfit. This is for the guy that wants to use color but is afraid to mix and match color. Pick one color and just stick to that for the rest of the outfit. And your pants and your top will be the same color. The only rule you must follow here is that you want to make sure it's different shades of the same color. Now for your footwear, what I usually recommend when you're starting to add color, keep them simple and a singular color. Don't start mixing sneakers with multiple colors because it'll make color matching more complicated. So a white or black are your best bets. These from Nothing New low-key, I prefer more than the Thursday ones because they're more affordable. They're 89 bucks and they're also a solid color. Remember, you don't want different colors in your sneakers. They also have free shipping and free returns, and the best part is that I kind of feel good every time I purchase a pair. See, all sneakers are 100% recycled, so every time you buy them, it's like you're helping the environment and helping your style. So I 100% recommend them. I'm also going to link them below if you want a solid color sneaker. Now let's move on to the second rule of color matching, which I call the easy mode. This is where you just pick one color plus a neutral color. This means that one of the 2 pieces from your outfit needs to be a neutral. So take your pants. Let's say your pants will be a neutral, which could be a black, a gray, a cream, a tan, and then you can match it with whatever color you want from that color wheel. Because neutral colors are muted and they lack saturation, they can complement any color you'd like from the color wheel, allowing you to wear 2 colors easily. Which takes us to the third rule, which is what I consider hard mode. This is when you're gonna mix 3 colors in one outfit. I suggest you stop at 3. Any more than 3, you run the risk of complicating the fit and it becomes more difficult to do. So at 3, you're gonna follow a simple rule. You're gonna look at the color wheel and choose 2 colors that are next to each other and combine that with 1 neutral color. So now you'll have 2 bright colors plus a neutral color. This will always work no matter what colors you pick on the color wheel as long as the colors are next to each other. For example, here I chose green and blue as the colors next to the color wheel, and then I used white as my neutral color. Number 5, learn to layer even in the summer. Layering will always add complexity to the outfits, making them look better. The great part is that layering is not that hard to do, and actually, if you follow 3 easy steps, anybody can layer properly. The first one being, make each layer visible. There's no point if you put on 2 layers if one of the layers is hiding and can't be seen. The second rule is that the closest layer to your skin should be the thinnest, and the furthest layer from your skin should be the thickest. This is to ensure that the layers close to your body are the most breathable, and the layers outside of your body are protecting you from the element. And the final rule, just stick to 2 layers. That third layer should always be functional anyway. What that basically means is 2 layers for 99% of your life and situation will always look great. That third layer should just be functional. That could be a raincoat coat if it's raining, or a puffer jacket if it's really cold outside. And finally, number 6, the most important rule of all of them. Take care of your clothes properly. Even a $20 shirt can last you years if you learn how to take care of it properly. And the opposite is true as well. If you buy a $200 shirt, but you mishandle it, it's gonna end up looking cheap. So to take care of your clothes, first, you'll have to learn how to read care label. They're actually simple. Go online and look for a care label chart on Google. Then grab the shirt that you just purchased and look at the care label, and then see what each icon means. For example, this specific shirt I just bought, this is telling me I should wash at 30 degrees Celsius, never use chlorine, dry flat, iron on low temperature, and never dry clean. If you start taking care of clothes how it's instructed to on each garment, watch how your clothes won't shrink and won't fade. The second thing you want to do is use wooden shoe trees. You can get these on Amazon for like $15. But every time you wear sneakers or dress shoes, when you leave them in your closet, they're filled with humidity. The leather then becomes softer, and that's where creasing starts to happen. When you put wooden shoe trees, it absorbs the humidity while also stretching out the leather back to its original shape, so you can keep your shoes looking nicer longer. And finally, number 3, always have a lint roller on. Anytime you use a dark colored item, whatever it is, you want to use a lint roller to remove lint. Lint has the power to make clothing look cheaper because it almost desaturates it. Using a lint roller cleans it up and makes those dark colors look a bit darker. That's it for me today, boys. If you guys want to see more videos, I'm gonna link these 2 right here. See you guys next time.